पे एक्सपोर्ट्स कैसे करना है, एक्सपोर्ट्स के बारे में मिथ्स एंड फैक्ट्स, एआई को कैसे यूज करना है, बिजनेस की इंटरनल एफिशिएंसी कैसे बढ़ाना है, अपनी ब्रांड का ट्रस्ट अपने स्टेक होल्डर्स में, इंटरनल एंड एक्सटर्नल टीममेट्स में, सराउंडिंग बिजनेसेस में कैसे ग्रो करना है, कैसे बिल्ड करना है ट्रस्ट, ये भी हमने सुना। मीडिया एंड एंटरटेनमेंट का जगत कैसे काम करता है, वो भी हमने एक बहुत छोटे से कैप्सूल में सुना। 3 बहुत पावरफुल स्पीकर्स ने मीडिया एंड एंटरटेनमेंट वर्ल्ड को फोकस में रखते हुए बहुत अच्छे से बताया कि बिजनेस वर्ल्ड और मीडिया एंड एंटरटेनमेंट वर्ल्ड अलग नहीं है, बियॉन्ड रीच नहीं है, और वहां पे भी 10x ग्रोथ ये ड्रीम देखी जाती है, जबकि उनका प्रोडक्ट सक्सेस रेशियो 7 to 11%, which is a huge rejection number. अगर हमारा 7% ही प्रोडक्ट पास होता हो तो हम उस मोटिवेशन को मेंटेन ही नहीं कर पाएंगे और हम बोलेंगे कि ये बिजनेस लाइन खराब है और इसको बदल देना चाहिए। बट मीडिया एंड एंटरटेनमेंट वर्ल्ड 7% पे बहुत खुश मानता है अपने आप को। तो दैट वाज अ बिग लर्निंग। अब हमने बिजनेस वर्ल्ड के सारे पहलू बहुत अच्छे से सुने, समझे, कुछ हम नोट कर पाए, कुछ हम नोट नहीं कर पाए। अब आगे क्या करना है? धंधे की बात, पैसा कहां से आएगा? ये सब मैनेजमेंट लर्निंग करके फायदा क्या जब हमारे पास कस्टमर ही नहीं, कस्टमर तक के पहुंचेंगे कैसे? हम देखते हैं मोदी जी हर देश में जा रहे हैं, वहां पे बहुत सम्मान पा रहे हैं, वहां का मार्केट हमारे लिए खोल रहे हैं और पूरे भारत के मात्र कुछ गिने चुने बिजनेसेस उन ज्योग्राफीज में पहुंच रहे हैं। क्या हम सोच सकते हैं नए नए ज्योग्राफीज में जाने? सोच तो सकते हैं, कैसे जाएंगे, क्या स्ट्रैटेजी रहेगी? बहुत अनसर्टन, बहुत बड़ा ग्रे एरिया आज भी हमारे दिमाग में है और एक्सपोर्ट सीख लिया, सब सीख लिया, बट करना कैसे? क्या सोच रहनी चाहिए हमारी जिससे हम उस मार्केट में जब भी जाएं तो हम उस तैयारी से जाएं, जिस तैयारी से पेप्सी भारत आया था, जिस तैयारी से बड़े बड़े ब्रांड्स अलग अलग ज्योग्राफीज में जाते हैं और अपने आप को एस्टैब्लिश करते हैं। क्या आप में अभी भी एनर्जी बची है ये सुनने की और ये समझने की? मुझे एनर्जी अभी भी महसूस नहीं हो रही है। चाय अच्छी थी या मीठा अच्छा था? क्या आप में सब में एनर्जी बची है ये सुनने और समझने की? So sir, people have a lot of expectations from you. With this note, I invite Gopal Krishna sir on the dais to speak on go-to-market strategy. Please welcome him with a round of applause. As sir takes the stage, let me read out. Sir, please. As now, मैंने बहुत कोशिश किया, जितने फ्लुएंटली मैंने कंटेक्स्ट को सेट किया, सर का प्रोफाइल भी मैं आप लोगों को देखते हुए पढ़ पाऊँ, बट इतने सारे अकम्पलिशमेंट्स मैं याद नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, तो मुझे माफ़ कीजिए, बट मुझे पढ़ के ही सुनाना पड़ेगा। गोपाल कृष्णा सर currently serves as segment business head for North America at Tata Consultancy Services. In his current capacity, he leads the education and technology business for North America region from Edison, New Jersey, USA. Gopal sir previously served as country head, market function and product group head for TCS ION, a strategic business unit at TCS. In these roles, he led markets in the UK, Japan, Bhutan and India. He was based in Mumbai, Maharashtra. आज सुबह सर को हमने जब वेलकम किया तो मैंने पूछा कि सर आप मुंबई से बोस्टन, मेरा बात हुआ था इनसे 16 तारीख को, तो बोले मैं बोस्टन में हूँ, एक जगह पे एक फोरम में आई एम गोइंग टू स्पीक. फिर कोई एक फैमिली चैलेंज के चलते ही हैड टू कम डाउन, तो वो बोस्टन से मुंबई आए, मुंबई एक दिन काम किया, हैदराबाद गए, हैदराबाद से वापस मुंबई गए, फिर नागपुर आए, आज दिन भर हमारे साथ में हैं, कल मुंबई जाके देन ही हैज़ टू फ्लाई बैक टू यूएस. तो मैंने पूछा सर आप कितना ट्रैवल करते हैं एट दिस जंक्चर. सो ही सेड मेरी आधी ज़िंदगी एयरपोर्ट्स पे जाती है. So that's a very energetic thing for us कि person at his stature is traveling more than 20 days every month, traveling to various countries. एक समय पे he was heading Singapore and he got an assignment that he has been shifted to Patna. And he accepted that. So he has been in many roles. He has been a veteran of over 28 years of experience leading an award-winning team with consistently driving business growth. He began his career as a trainee with Williamson and Megor Group, later taking on leadership positions at Carrier Corporation and Voltas, where he managed variety of markets, portfolios and product lines. Many renowned institutions, business schools and engineering colleges frequently seek his advice and expertise. He serves on range of boards including governing advisory, strategic, executive and academic boards and councils at respected institutions such as XLRI, XIMB, NMIMS, IBSA, to name a few. He mentors emerging leaders and plays influential part in shaping both educational practices and the integration of technology within education. Gopal sir has been honored by several organizations with various awards acknowledging his exceptional impact in education and technology. He holds an MTech degree from BETS Pilani, PGDM from XIMB, and Tata Group Executive, Leadership Program graduate from University of Michigan Ross School of Business. He is notable alumni of BETS Pilani. He has been honored with distinguished alumni and inducted into the Hall of Fame at XIMB, as well as recognized as distinguished alumni by Jamshedpur Cooperative College. Furthermore, he is a chartered engineer, a fellow of IETE, ISRO SET, the Indian Institute of Engineers, and serves as senior member of IEEE. So that's summary of his introduction and accomplishments. Now I hand over the stage directly to Gopal sir.
Thank you very much, Saurav. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I know this is the last session and Saturday evening, and in US it means a lot. In Saturday evening you can't hold people, you know. So India, you people are very kind enough that, you know, all of us, we are eager to, at least for a respect of speaker, we are all of us there, and entire full house. Thank you very much. I thank CIMCON and IIM Nagpur for having me here. In fact, morning onwards, I'm meeting a couple of you, and I'm so much impressed that that people are so eager to learn, understand, grow their business, and more importantly, uh, this is the first conference. I go to so many conferences across the globe, uh, sometimes as a panelist, speaker, attendee, so on and so forth. But this is the first time I'm coming to any conference where I see all of you are a business owners, and still you have come here to learn, understand, and grow. That is something great. So this is what now, like, it's given me more energy. So what I did is, after lunch, I went to my room and I slept. I said, I don't want to come here since yesterday morning I came from US. I don't want to come, and that is the time where, I feel some sleep. So I said, evening I should not come here with a, face where I don't look fresh. And then suddenly when I woke up, I felt that, my time has come. So immediately I called him and I said, where are you? I'm standing here. He said, nahi sir, abhi to bahut time hai aapka, to chaliye chai peete hain. So then we enjoyed. But thank you very much, amazing food, what a lovely organization. And sir, thank you very much, amazing campus. It doesn't feel like that I come to any academic institution. And what I am more impressed is that, this campus you have built like a corporate entity, and rightly so, because you produce the corner office executives, management executives, and then they should have a feel day one that, which environment they are going to go, and next 40 years, 30, 40 years they are going to serve. And you are actually putting a basic necessity for them to grow. So thank you very much. And if you people wouldn't have called me, I would have missed this opportunity. So, so when I've been given the topic, I've been not asked, I've been just given. So straight away, once I got a invitation, I sent an acceptance, and then I got a flyer putting my photograph and all, and this is the topic he is going to speak. I said, oh, so I'm a GTM strategy guru. So great. Now I'm going to update my CV accordingly now. Right? So thanks, Dr. Prashant, that you have given me another idea to put my another credentials in my CV. Thank you very much. So this is what happens when you come to a business school, that you keep on learning new things. So coming back to this go-to-market strategy, so I was thinking, what should I speak? Already you people are like, entrepreneurs, second generation, first generation, third generation. You know everything. And you are not based in any interior parts or interior state or so-called, there is no currently in India any backward states, but so-called fag end of the market. Like when I was posted in eastern part of the country, always I used to refer that market, that 12 states, that time it was 11 states, but now 12 states. So I used to refer that 12 states are fag end of the market, because no executives would like to travel beyond Mumbai, Calcutta, Delhi. All the CEOs, MDs, when they used to come, they used to limit till Calcutta. Maximum Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Chennai, and Hyderabad also not so, right? So I used to say that, what entire eastern part of the country used to do any business, whether it's FMCG, FMCD, consumer electronics, tire, lubricants, whatever market we talk about, it is actually do only 5% of the global sales that time. And states like, or cities like Hyderabad, Mumbai, Delhi, NCR and all used to do multiple X of that, right? So that is the kind of exposure. And that is the time I decided, I told my boss that I want to get out of the East. So he said, which location you want to go? I said, you send me anywhere, but I want to go out of the East because I want to go to a bigger market. He said, have you worked any time in a bigger market? I said, no, but I'm ready to take challenge, So this is what I just come out of my comfort area. When I was thinking of this, so I said, let me speak to all of you. I don't want to talk about any management jargons. For that, all the management gurus are sitting here. I'm not going to talk about how you should do business because already you are done. You are reached to a certain level and you know that. And I'm not the person whom I can teach you. But what I thought is, I'll just try to nudge you a little bit कि कहाँ कैसे क्यों आपको करना चाहिए, कहाँ से हमारे को एक नेक्स्ट स्टेप जाना चाहिए, मैं अपना ग्रोथ डबल करूँ, 3 times करूँ या मल्टीपल टाइम्स करूँ, या कर सकता हूँ नहीं कर सकता हूँ, कर सकती हूँ नहीं कर सकती हूँ. दिस इज व्हाट इज आई वाज थिंकिंग. सो आवर लाइफ इज नाउ बिकम अ, जिससे भी देखेंगे तो उनका सर नीचे ही रहता है. मैं काफ़ी 10 साल पहले जब मैं जापान मार्केट देखता था, तो मैं जब फर्स्ट टाइम गया टोक्यो, मिशिमा, नगाओ का, वापस जब आया तो मैं यहाँ पर बोला कि जिसको देखो सर ऐसे नीचे रख के रहते हैं, सब डिवाइस में लगे रहते थे. अब हमारी देश की हालत ऐसी है कि हर लोग डिवाइस में लगे रहते हैं. सो दिस इज़ व्हाट इज़ आवर लाइफ इज़ ऑल अबाउट, राइट. तो सब जो है रिव्यूज़, पोस्ट, लाइक्स, इमोजीज, इसी में हमारी लाइफ चल रही है, राइट. एंड इतनी ज़्यादा हम इसमें घुस चुके हैं, इतनी ज़्यादा हम इसको अडॉप्ट कर चुके हैं दैट वी फॉरगॉट that we put this kind of posts also in our social media, that somebody has gone to a police custody and he put a review of that saying that this is how the police station or police custody was all about, right? So we become, and rating का भी वो पूरा आ गया statistics की कितना उसका rating हुआ, क्या हुआ, and all those things. So ये हमारी, but this is not is the reality. Professional life is not this. प्रोफेशनल लाइफ बिल्कुल भी अलग है. हम ऑलवेज कंटिन्यूसली वी आर एंड पीरियोडिक रिव्यूज़ में हम रहते हैं, परफॉर्मेंस रिव्यूज़ में, पर्सनल रिव्यूज़ में, वेदर यू वर्क इन ए कॉर्पोरेट, वेदर यू आर इन ए बिजनेस, वेदर यू मीट कस्टमर्स, वेदर यू गो टू योर कॉलेज, स्कूल्स, एनी स्टेक होल्डर्स यू मीट, डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली. इवन 2 of us वी आर कन्वर्सिंग ईच अदर, वी आर टॉकिंग टू ईच अदर. हम बेसिकली हम एक दूसरे का रिव्यू करते रहते हैं कि कितना ऊपर गया, कितना नीचे है, कितना अचीव किया, कितना नहीं किया, कितना जानते हैं, कितना नहीं जानते हैं, सो ऑन सो फोर्थ, राइट. वी आर इनटू दैट. दिस इज व्हाट इज आवर प्रोफेशनल लाइफ इज ऑल अबाउट, राइट. ऑलवेज वी कीप ऑन चेंजिंग आवर रोल्स. नॉट ओनली person like me who work for somebody else, like all of you work for yourself. I work for somebody else. I am employed. So like he mentioned that I have had 28 years of experience. So I don't have a 20 years of experience. I have only 5 years of experience. I was employed 28 years. I was getting salary, right? Whatever first 5 years I learned, I keep on repeating next 23 years. That is what is actually, if you see, most of us when we reflect back, that is what happens. So this is what is, we are always into a review mechanism. But unfortunately, when we say review, we take a negative connotation, that somebody else is going to judge me and is going to ask me what I'm doing, right? So this is what we are doing. And we are basically living in a perception and moment of truth. Sometimes perceptions are stronger than reality, but that is what we are living in this world, right? But before I start, I want to put some disclaimers. कि जो भी मैं आज बोल रहा हूँ यहाँ पर, whatever I am saying is purely my personal views, nothing to do with the company which I am working for, that is Tata Consultancy Services, nothing to do with the group which I am part of. That group is the Tata Group. All IPs are of a respective owners. There is no IP infringement has been done. Certain things I have taken a public media, I have put a source and all, right? And making this presentation, no humans has been harmed. Right? Okay, so I wanted to make very clear this disclaimer. So when we talk about MSME, since you put it as a MSME, so I'm forced to put MSME in my presentation, but I don't like to call it as a MSME, right? This is a Naya Bharat. There is no MSMEs. 50-60 साल पहले एक छोटा सा गराज में एक इंसान ने शुरू किया. आज वो पूरी दुनिया में डंका बजा रही है, called Infosys. That is the most successful startup. So are we going to call that time MSME or no MSME or what we call? So there is no MSME. But you know, this sector is very, very interesting. This sector is, I'm not very sure, but I'm sure after the agriculture, this is the largest employment directly or indirectly which is generating, right? So when I saw the data that, this sector is going to more and more entrepreneurship, it is happening. And what I see is a lot of business schools, they have started a management course for a entrepreneurship particularly, and it is keep on increasing and increasing. So I'm associated as a academic advisory committee member for NMIMS University in Mumbai. So once when our board meeting was happening, I asked that what is this entrepreneurship, why we are doing that? They said, you will not believe, Gopal, that so many people, so many application comes for that role. So that means people are already, why we go for education? I gone for education that 21 साल की उम्र हो नौकरी लग जाए, पैसे कमाना शुरू हो जाए. That is what is I gone for education, right? So that try to go to a good college so that you get a job immediately, so that you get a good salary and you will have a good growth. But already people have a money, people already established themselves, and they are coming to do 2 years full-time courses, right? That is very amusing. So that is what it shows that, how interesting. And that's what, no doubt that India has, produced largest number of unicorns, right? So I don't want to call MSME, but this particular growth engine is putting India into a growth phase, right? So as I told you that 12 crore people, when I was actually surfing, I was taking data from different sources, 12 crore people are directly employed and 30 crore people has been put into that. And this sector, people, all of you, you are actually, when I met a couple of you and a lot of you have shared your cards, your business models and all, somebody from steel, somebody from trading, somebody from forging, somebody from production, so all the core areas that people are there. This is not like a bubble that today it will grow and tomorrow AI aaya to turant niche aa jayega. Nothing like that. This is actually consistently it will put into a growth path, and this is what is going to be the backbone of our economy, right? So this is what. So MSME grows, so India grows. And India will only grow when MSME finds the market. So you have to find the right market. A lot of time, we try to create a product. We are so much love to our innovation and our product. We forget that, market fit, whether there is a market fit, whether the pricing, what we are putting for that product is actually, people will see the price versus value of that product. So you see that, a lot of great innovations, products which are with innovative ideas that, is not actually successful in the market. The reason being, a lot of times we are forgetting, along with the product, that customer usability and service innovation also we should do that. I'll just give you a small example, and आप सब लोग उससे experience किए होंगे. हम सब ने हवाई जहाज में we travel and we touch airports, right? आप recently if you see airports, पहले हमको सिक्योरिटी में जब जाते थे तो हमारा वो बोर्डिंग पास और आई कार्ड देखते थे. उसके बाद वो सो कॉल्ड डिजी यात्रा आया. सबसे पहले डिजी यात्रा का कॉन्सेप्ट इन्होंने हैदराबाद एयरपोर्ट में पायलट करा, एंड उसके बाद उन्होंने हमको स्कैन करने पड़ते थे boarding pass, and then उसके बाद they started with a retina reading. Just flawless, you enter into side. And when you go inside for a security check, now they put a 360-degree scanner, right? Now tell me, they done a product innovation to ease out the traffic security, that people's passengers traffic. But what they have not done is I think they have not thought of, or they failed to do a service innovation in that particular. When you have a 360-degree scanner, why I'm supposed to remove my belt and shoes, right? So why you require 4 people? One, you see front end may take tray to keep one per security personnel is there. One who's monitoring the monitor, he is there, and another guy, when the tray goes for a second security check, he is there, right? 3 people. We have done we have put an innovative product. We spend a lot of money, but we have not removed the associate manpower because we have not done a service innovation. This is what we have to learn when we see our places around. then we will see a lot of places, this kind of a small things are there, but it creates a big impact. When you do any services or product you enter, you actually see that whether what impacts it. Actually, you have to see outside in approach, not inside out, that I'm sitting in my office or factory, I'm creating, but customer has to see and customer will get it, but not necessary that, you have to go to the market and find out and understand. So I say that my business, sorry, my phone will, I think US has now awake now, so phone will start ringing. So, so now we are into X. We say that my operations is seamless, my cash flow is good, my revenue is going up, my business is stable, I don't see any threat. But how do I scale? How from a black and white era, I should come to a colored era? This is what is my question is. So I call this is a business growth paradox. अगर simple भाषा में बोले तो paradox कुछ नहीं उल्टा पुल्टा होता है, upside down, nothing else. But typically, you see that, when I want to grow, so I have a seamless revenue flow, seamless cash flow, my bottom line will be positive, I'll have a market positioning will be improved. Not necessary. Business paradox means that when you scale up, complexity goes up. When you scale up, your challenges will go up. When you scale up, your operational things go for a topsy-turvy. Then how to overcome this business paradox? So I'll just try to put few examples where I was very impressed that, how these people has actually come out with. So first, this gentleman, so it was very difficult for me to pronounce. So what I did is I written it, right? If you people want to write it, you can write. His name is Ingvar Kamprad, okay? As a Swedish person. And he started from a humble family, started selling pens and small things from a very young age. And then he started manufacturing chairs. He started at chairs. And then he started manufacturing tables and all. And then from a direct manufacturing unit, is an outsourced manufacturing unit, to he started selling it to the market, and which was quite well, and he was also happy. But the moment has come when that outsourced manufacturing unit stopped manufacturing for him. So then he has to sit and think that how should I do? And that is the idea which is clicked. And that is the time when he said, why not I'll do a flat pack standardized product? Why I need people to fix it? Why I should transport bulky chairs, bulky tables, bulky furnitures? Why not I should pack it, send it, so that from a manufacturing unit to it will go to a consumer, and then consumer will open, they don't require anybody, they will only fix, and I'll make it stylish, light-weighted thing. And that has actually clicked well, and today that become IKEA. Why I wanted to give this person's name is this IKEA name has born, first two letters I and K from his name, E from his farm where he has grown, his childhood he spent, and A from the village in Sweden where he is from. I don't want to name those, I written it, but I cannot pronounce. So you can Google it and you can find it. So he's not scaled furniture. What he did is his USP he did is a repeatable market model, standardized mold he has done actually. Right? So this is what we have to think. A lot of times when we sit, as Saurav was saying that I have to sit in my war room and we have to strategize a lot of things. A lot of times whenever we try to think, so-called all of us, we use the concept of out of the box, but the moment we try to think about that, first a lot of resistance internally it comes. Rather than we should do internally, rather than jumping into that I will do it or I will not do it, why not we take a step back and we start thinking, and more importantly, why not we should be in the market. So last 25 years, if you see my journey, whichever role, whichever company, whichever geography, whichever location I was based, I am traveling non-stop, almost average 12 to 13 days a month. And this is a practice last 25 years I'm doing. The only reason is a lot of time people ask when I travel, they said, you are going for a business. That means when you say business means you are going to get orders, you are going to sell, you are going to do a sales pitch, you are going to talk to somebody. I say, the primary work as a business, I travel for that maybe 30%, but balance 70%, I travel for a lot of different things. I go a lot of places, just typically I go, like today, I learn a lot of things. My takeaway is a lot. I'm going to pen down a lot what I have done because I met a lot of people, right? So what I do, I put it into my practice. When I go to any mall, any shopping place, when I go to airport, so I keep on learning. So a lot of conferences when I go, a lot of partners meet I go. So what happens is, when you meet different people, every individual, I believe they have some or the other idea. Only there is the need that, conviction is required that मैं जो सोच रहा हूँ वो सही सोच रहा हूँ, मैं जो सोच रहा हूँ मैं कर सकता हूँ. The concept earlier was जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. Now actually the concept is reversed, जो बिकता है वही दिखता है. That is the concept we actually we have to adopt. Second, overcoming the business paradox is, this is I think an Indian company from southern part of India, Karnataka. So what this company has done is that they have identified a niche area, very high precision engineering business in a very niche area, and invested a lot on a training, quality, and certification. Training, a lot of times we take very lightly, right? A lot of times, when we call our learning and training, when we say, ये सीख के मैं क्या करूँगा या मैं क्या करूँगी, a lot of time it happens, and it is sometime I'll call it a human behavior also, because always any act we want to do, we want to see that what is the immediate outcome we will get. And typically when learning and training, we never get immediate outcomes, right? It's always a long-term investment, right? And there may not be a tangible outcomes we will get, right? So this company has spent a lot on their training, learning, certification, and the product quality. And today what has happened is they become the suppliers to Boeing and Airbus. Probably these are the two companies into aviation. So the USP is you have to pick a high value niche if you are not very afraid of taking risk and investing more, and build credibility, right? So global scale, Saurav was mentioned that how we can expand beyond our borders. Global scale you can do with a niche dominance. When I say global sales, it doesn't mean that you have to go out of India. If you are doing Maharashtra, you can go to Madhya Pradesh. If you are doing Madhya Pradesh, you can go to Jharkhand, right? That is also cross borders you have to do, because our country is very unique. Typically, Arab nations, if I am correct, they have 22 countries. They speak one language. We have one country, we speak more than 22 languages. That is what we are actually, right? So cross-border doesn't mean that you go out of country. Pick up niche, and this is the company, Aequs, I think, if I'm correct, they started from a Belgaum in Karnataka. Yeah? This is the third example which I want to give. They have created a premium coffee roaster with coffee machines and all add-on products they've created, and they said that we will not start with a price-sensitive market. We will brand premium, we'll focus on quality, and we'll control our brand perception, right? So sometimes less supply create more demand. Also, you can create your brand perception, and you can control price in your hand, right? That is what they did. And they go on with a partnership model rather than a start with a B2C or B2B or B2B2C model. They started with a partnership mode to hotels and cafes. This is what they have done. And that is what is they created a premium positioning. This is a brand called Illy. Right? And this is again where you own our country. He started very small, very humble, struggled a lot. But he used, we can learn from, a lot of times we can learn and create a benchmark from different brands. And this gentleman has actually he's inspired from Amul. And he also started a community building exercise with local tribal artists and carpet manufacturers. I'm sure you must be knowing which company I'm talking about. So he created a storytelling as his brand positioning. And that is what has become successful, and he created a global GTM. This is no one but Jaipur Rugs, right? So they say that they don't sell rugs. They sell craftsmanship. So that is what they talk about, right? So sometimes you have to do a surrogate marketing कि मेरे को सीधा नहीं करना है. There's a lot of, we see a lot of this liquor companies, tobacco companies, they do that, right? तो direct नहीं करते हैं तो surrogate. So we sometimes, to create an interest, brand interest, we have to do this, right? So these are the 4 examples which I thought that, I should give so that, you may start thinking that, okay, you may have a different business. You may have a iron, steel, cement, textile, agri-based, IT. A lot of businesses you may have, each one of you. You know what you are doing. You know what are your ideas. But you have to scale. So you may get inspiration from a lot of other things that, how to break the typical silos and move forward, right? Now, if I know that, okay, how I can come from a break that silos and I can think about growing. And now how can I, from a current level, I hate X and Y. I was not good at studies in a childhood, so always X and Y is very difficult to explain. But from how I can reach exponential growth from a level where I am today, whatever level each one of you are there. So when I do this, a lot of times when we see things, it looks very simple. We have to always think about not a target. Again, when you say target, subconsciously, directly, you put a pressure on yourself and your team, entire ecosystem. The moment you say target, unfortunately, the moment I say that next 12 months, I will do $100 million business, that means automatically you start thinking, 1 महीना हो गया, 1 हफ्ता हो गया, 1 quarter हो गया, half yearly निकल गया. That is what. And then in that race, a lot of times what we do is we try to do mistakes. If you see TCS growth story, TCS is also a 55 years old startup within Tata Group, right? If you see 4 CEOs continuously who started 1968, 69 when TCS has started, initial 20 years, they were trying to do on a fundamentals building, and they said, okay, sustainable business growth should be there. And first 20 years they did, and next 15 years they tried to create a brand, and last 15 years, if you see, we are on to quarter-on-quarter growth. Actually, last 15 years, if you see that, we internally, we live on quarter. We actually deliver. Our benchmark is that I should do better than previous quarter. That is what, in terms of profit, in terms of market cap, in terms of top line, in terms of pipeline, and in terms of product innovations, in terms of IPs, what we have created, in terms of patents, how much has been submitted and granted. So these are the few parameters we do. Why? Because we are now in an auto engine. We have to just put a little bit more extra fuel so that it will go. When we are into a base, when we want to move, so we have to create a pull factor, and putting in an auto mode, we have to actually go on an outcome based rather than a target based. You see, this Mount Everest base camp, from there you see Mount Everest. I have never gone on a climbing of any mountain and all. My elder brother, who is the CEO of Silly India, he actually twice a year, he takes a break of 15 days and he climbs some mountains. So with him only, keep on hearing stories and how this, and that is why I got inspired, so I thought I'll put it this. If you see from a base camp, when you see it is only 8.8 kilometers straight the Mount Everest, nothing else. Beautiful, and you will say, oh my God, isko to bhagte hue chad jayenge. Only thing is a plane and you have to climb up like this. But is it so? It is not, right? It is very different weather altogether, very different terrain altogether. Icy roads होंगे, हवा तेज चल रही होगी, कहाँ से बर्फ गिर रहा है, कहाँ slippery होगा, कितने मोड़ आएंगे, कितने turns आएंगे, all these things are there. And it's actually 20.5 kilometers. It is not easy. A lot of people, they have multiple times they have attempted to climb, but they have not, but still they are doing. But each unsuccessful attempt, they have learned that, what they done wrong, they had corrected it, they created another strategy, they have re-energized themselves, and they again done. So a lot of people, they have done 10, 12, 13th time, they've been successful. They have not left that, and they keep on doing that. So a lot of times it looks very easy कि x से 10x चले गए, 20x चले जाएंगे, बोलना बहुत आसान है. But when we are doing, actually, when we are actually in the water, then we know that how warm or how cold that water is, right? So this is what it is. Now, is 10x achieving? It is elusive. Is it internally we have to drive कि हम अपना cost optimize करें, operational efficiency बढ़ाएं, और operations efficiency को ना बढ़ाएं, या हम अपना revenue को बढ़ाएं? Is that so? We fail or we not fail, we successful. Is that what it is? But actually, if you see, आप अगर internally levers को pull करेंगे, production बढ़ाएंगे, sales बढ़ाएंगे, cost optimize करेंगे, efficiency को बढ़ा देंगे, 9 घंटे की जगह 12 घंटा काम कराएंगे, 5 दिन की जगह 6 दिन हफ्ते में काम कराएंगे. But उससे क्या होगा? That we'll go from a x to 1x, 2x, 2.5x, 3x, but there is no exponential growth. It will not have. We have to see outside in. अब ये दो left side और right side में 2 cities हैं, right? वो city अगर सोचते कि वहीं पर हम उसको तोड़ के बड़ा building बना देते हैं, तो I don't think that growth would have happened, right? इसके लिए बहुत सारा planning. I think Nagpur is the best example. All of you are from Nagpur. You would have seen I came to Nagpur 1994, 95. I came, and when I got down from the railway station, मैं तो डर गया था कि मैं कहाँ आ गया. चारों तरफ रिक्शा वाले और पूरा road congested, जा नहीं सकते थे, चल नहीं पा रहे थे and all. I was going to attend some marriage in Awarpur cement plant में, so I was going there. And after a few years, when I come to Nagpur, I said it's the same city. So I'm sure a lot of planning, a lot of infrastructure building, a lot of things. When I'm coming from airport to IIM Nagpur only, it is not feeling that I'm actually in Nagpur. It feels that, some country outside India, right? So we have to see the outside in approach. External growth tabhi hoga, then you have to do a product innovation. You have to identify your right market. You see that, products or services fit with the market. You see what your customer, you have to do some dipsticks that, what my customer wants. A lot of times you create a great product, but, you forget to put a value proposition properly, right? And then a lot of brands you have seen that, they failed, they have relaunched, and then after that they have been successful. We have to, unless until we see that, it will not happen. So our thinking we have to change. Majority of the time, all of us, to immediate growth, we try to pull internal levers. कि हम अच्छा ठीक है अपना business head को change कर देते हैं, factory head को change कर देते हैं, finance head को change कर देते हैं, बाहर से ले आते हैं, ज़्यादा salary आके दे आएंगे तो I'll get a good person, more efficient person. But that may not be true. Whoever you put there, if that product or services is not giving value to customer, why customer will pay? Okay, so we have to see always. Not necessary that, to grow, you have to do more. You have to be maybe selling better. So this, I was very impressed with this Lego example where, they have achieved not by, कि मैं बहुत ज़्यादा बना के मार्केट में डंप कर दूंगा. बट दे हैव सीन दैट दे हैव फर्स्ट स्टडीड द मार्केट कि बच्चों को और ऐसा टाइम पे उन्होंने, although this company has started toy manufacturing in 1932, but it was not famous or it not become big. Actually, if you see when it become big, 15 साल पहले actually become big, when entire behavior, society behavior was changing completely. People were more, parents were more informed. The information era has come. Parents want that their kids should do and learn. When schools were also started saying that okay, kids actually do hands-on. So-called the concept of experiential learning, that time very initial stage, later on it become very structured and all. So 15-20 साल पहले it become very famous and they have grown. So they have continuously, उन्होंने हार नहीं मारा, वो कंटिन्यूसली उसमें लगे, बहुत क्लियर उन्होंने प्रोडक्ट फिलॉसफी अपना बना के रखा कि मैं एक चीज़ में करूँगा एंड आई बिलीव, मैंने मार्केट टेस्ट किया और ये सक्सेसफुल होगा. एंड इट एक्चुअली बिकम हाउस होल्ड नेम टुडे, राइट. मॉड्यूलर सिस्टम बनाया एंड उसके बाद once they were successful in local markets, then they entered into globally. Then they tested, become successful, they believed it can scale, and they entered into global market, and then it became a household name. So always you have to create your go-to-market channel, strategy, and path rather than you creating just a product, right? So now we know the strategy, we know levers, we know how to do and who have done earlier. So am I ready for 10x growth? I'm sure आप सब ने ये F1 car racing तो देखते ही होंगे, right? The best thing, and in fact, company like ours, size of ours, a lot of time it is very difficult on a decision-making tree. You know that how difficult. I give example to my people a lot of time कि आप signal में जाओ, देखो एक 12-14 साल की लड़की फूल या किताब बेचती है, वो 200 रुपया बोलेगी, आप उसको 50 रुपया बोलोगे, वो 30 सेकंड का सिग्नल राइट रहता है. Her decision making, her calculation, her profit margin making so fast that वो बोलते ठीक है 70 रुपया में दो और बेच के निकल लेती है. 10 किताब बेचती होगी, वो ऐसा 4 बार वो सिग्नल रेड ग्रीन में. That is what we have to do, and that is what this pit stop हमारे को सिखाता है. That any car which it comes, maximum it waits for 2 to 2.5 seconds. I think world's record is 1.8 seconds, right? 20 लोग लग जाते, 4 टायर चेंज होता है, सब चेक कर देते हैं. But the most important thing is not the time. Time is anyways important. Most important thing is each department, they work very cohesively. They cannot afford that this is not my work, this is his work, right? Typically what happens in our regular business, आपका dispatch वाला बोलेगा कि मेरे पास आएगा तब मैं dispatch करूँगा. But he never takes a pain, he or she never takes a pain कि मैं आगे जाके बोलूँ कि यार तुम जल्दी दे दो, नहीं तो अगर कल सवेरे तक नहीं पहुँचा तो it's a problem, right? So it's a chain effect, right? All of us, we say, I'm being paid for this, I will do this. But actually, if I will not grow, my organization will not grow. If my organization will not grow, I will not grow. So it's a chain reaction, right? So we cannot afford to work in silos. We have to work together. We have to align each one of us. Unless until we align each function, whatever business we are into, unless until we align each person and we keep customer as a center stage. Each one of us, we have to behave that he or she is my customer. That is an internal customer model. A lot of times we say that internal customer, but very aptly you see Tata Steel, actually they started in India the internal customer model, right? So they used to have a slogan that customer first hal mein, right? We also make steel. So they created that internal customer, that procurement ka customer purchase department hoga or materials department hoga, materials department ka customer finance hoga, bar and rod mill ka customer आपका सी एंड सेंट्रल इंजीनियरिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट डिपार्टमेंट होगा, ब्लास्ट फर्नेस का रॉ मटेरियल्स होगा, यू नो, इस सारे का ऊपर में लेयर रहेगा एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन और फाइनेंस और ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज, सो डेट लोगों को सप्लाई करेंगे, अकाउंटिंग प्रॉपरली करेंगे, और एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन वाले पूरे अपनी जो प्रीमाइसेस इकोसिस्टम को प्रॉपरली रखेंगे, यू नो. दिस इज़ व्हाट इज़ द इंटरनल कस्टमर, एंड दैट इज़ द टाइम व्हेन दे मेड दैट. And you see the growth which Tata Steel has gone in every aspect, right? And the growth is not stopping with that. So this alignment is very much required. And the three levers which, according to me, for this is a leadership, technology, and policy. These are the three. There are multiple things, but these are the three main things. And a lot of things depends on leaders, right? Dr. Maitri is sitting here. The IIM Nagpur is also you consider as a startup, right? It's a startup. It's a 10 years old startup. Am I right? 10 or 11 years old startup. You see a lot of IIMs before that has started. I'll not say with this has started, but you see the infrastructure, you see the ranking, you see the revenues, you see the student quality, you see everything, yeah? But you see here, this is also a startup, right? Why? Leadership is very clear what they want to achieve in 10 years, 5 years, 20 years, or 25 years, right? That is very important. And a lot of time we think, no, particularly current situation, technology means artificial intelligence, and we think artificial intelligence सब कुछ कर देगा हमारा, right? So people, I think a lot of people are reacting on FOMO basis also, right? Fear of missing out कि भैया अगला कर ले रहा है, मैं नहीं कर रहा हूँ. वो उन्होंने implement कर दिया, मैंने नहीं किया. A lot of people, I think, doing without having any contextuality, setting without any setting contextuality, they are jumping the gun into artificial intelligence. People who understand AI, they are also jumping. People who don't understand, they are also jumping into that, right? So that is what is the thing. So a lot of time technology may not do. Morning, I was seeing him. When I came to the campus, he was struggling to contact people. And he was trying to contact people, he is not able to, so whoever he is meeting, he is asking them and all. What has happened is, for few minutes or few hours, your internet failed in the morning, right? So there is no internet. He literally become handicapped. He said, मेरे यहाँ function है, हम लोग कैसे, मतलब, you know, how to contact, people are coming, people are going, coordination and all. So you see how much, A, we are dependent on technology, B, we don't know if there is no technology, what I can do, right? So before my presentation, already I mailed him yesterday so that he will download here. I bought my iPad, I bought my MacBook, so that one fails the other fails the other, so backup of backup of backup. Because I don't want that you come here and I will say, ye nahi chal raha hai, wo nahi chal raha hai, wo nahi chal raha hai, right? That is the excuse, right? So this is what. And the policy, obviously, a lot of external policies, internal policies plays a very big role. Okay, so leadership here, I just want to give a personal story. I work for, left side you see the air conditioning. I work for two air conditioning companies, the Carrier and Voltas, right? So I had a very different experience. I was leading Orissa market. I was posted in Bhubaneswar. I worked in eastern market, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, and Orissa and Northeast extensively. South I worked for Karnataka, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, and here I worked Maharashtra and all. When I was leading in Carrier, so that is a time when Chinese companies like were entering into India. By then, till then, Carrier was number one, Voltas was number two, Blue Star was number three. So Voltas and Blue Star was an Indian company's. Carrier as multinational American company which has come and become a dominant in India, right? When I've been transferred from Bihar to Orissa, I was heading Orissa branch. I said, one distribution of Orissa, that is a Bhubaneswar, was doing 70% of the sales of the state. So that means he was controlling me also. So whatever he has to say, I want this scheme this month or this quarter, you have to give. He says, I want this foreign travel scheme, I have to give. He wants that this cash discount I want, I have to give. Because it was a single brand distribution network those days. There was no concept of multi-brand retail outlet for particularly. And till then, the air conditioning was not a commodity, it was a product. So I said, okay, then I traveled entire Orissa, all the districts I traveled, and then I said, okay, why not I create a distribution network? So मुझे पता लगा 3,000 retailers है. So I went to multi-brand retailers, जो TV, washing machine, refrigerator, white and brown goods they are selling. I said, I will go, I'll sell one unit to everybody. So every month 3,000 boxes I will sell. मेरा monthly offtake was 1,000 boxes those days. So I will grow 3x. I told my boss. He said, okay, go ahead and do. But one thing I forgot in that enthusiasm is retail is a different ballgame. Distribution, always we work on a credit. Retail, you should not work on a credit. I was not knowing. I was young, enthusiast. I dumped 3,000 machines. And till I moved out of that market, the money, 50% of money has not come. And what has happened is when I did this, I make this guy unhappy who was my distributor, largest distributor in Orissa. So he said, next month I'll not pick up any material. So what has happened is these guys, they have not done a secondary sales. And this guy has not picked up. I'm into influx point, outstanding has mounted up. I have been summoned and I don't know what to do. And I was about to lose my job. But that is the time my boss, who was there, he said, okay, I will take the heat and I will do what is supposed to be done. And that is the time he bailed me out of that situation. But learning, what I learned is a lifelong learning, and that is the day. And today, I don't work on credit, whichever market I work, whatever product line I work, right? So what you have to do, you have to find out a way, but you have to take risk, right? But when I come to Voltas, that learning was very important. I have been sent to China to see products and all, and that is the time market has shifted now. Slowly, ACs become affordable, India's temperature was going up, people was putting disposable income, putting air conditioner, entire family, at least they're buying one air conditioner, putting in one room, so on and so forth. I said, what is the next growth? So 1 ton, 1.5 ton, 2 ton. This is the residential air conditioning configuration used to be there, right? And 4 tons and above was a commercial air conditioning. I mean, that is a minimum shops and showrooms and all up to 8 ton. And 10 tons and above chillers, which is a commercial establishment, large commercial establishment used to be there. That is what is a denomination. So I said, why not we launch 0.5 ton, less than 10,000 rupees. So manufacturing in India, in the Hyderabad and Mumbai plant was not difficult, so we started getting it knocked out condition from China, and we sold, and it became a super hit in Mumbai market, because Mumbai rooms are small and all, it becomes super hit. Then we said, how can we sell rest of the country? Achha, rest of the country, particularly Delhi, NCR, north you go, so their puja room is bigger than our bedroom of Mumbai, right? So we said, why not their dressing rooms and puja rooms? We should do, and that become a super hit. So that is how the market has gone. So we have to think, keep on thinking the same product, little bit innovation, find out a new market, and we have to do. The right side is the recent example when I was heading India business for TCS ION. So primary, a lot of things we do, and one of the things we used to do is we conduct a assessment, a recruitment admission test, all CAT, GATE, JEE, Advanced JEE, Main, ZAT, and all, any exams you name it in India, whether recruitment or admission or government banks promotion up to the chief manager or grade 4, we do that. COVID hit. So suddenly all exams stopped. We said, okay, why not we put it into a social distancing model, right? And that has become a big hit. And then our business are actually not stopped. So these are the ways leaders has to think and has to do things time to time. And it's not that today what I have done. So what air conditioning example I have done today is that is not actually feasible. Market has changed, products have changed, consumer behavior has changed, everything has changed. Affordability has changed. It become a commodity. Now nobody plans and talk to 10 people and buy AC. They go to mall, take the AC and say, kal install kar dena, right? So leaders don't align department structures around department. They align around customers. What customer wants, you do that, right? Now technology, we have to see as an enabler, not as a doer. Most of the time we see technology as a doer. Now we have to see that how technology will improve reach, not create a noise. Because of digital marketing, now current buzzword is digital marketing. Everyone wants to go digitally and hammer customer, but you have to see whether customer is receiving what you are saying or not, or you are creating a noise. Okay, so improve insights. Data should be very clear, but you have to sharpen that, but you should not see data everywhere. And technology should not slow. The Indigo Airlines, when you travel, you see 1 click or maximum 2 clicks, you can do your web check-in. Right? That is what technology should be enabler, not a create problem. Quick example, if you see 2024, one software engineer in California, what he did is, he used the technology, and this Chevrolet dealer was using a chatbot, and he negotiated with chatbot. He actually negotiated in such a way that chatbot has agreed to sell Chevrolet at $1. Okay, so finally that sale was not successful, but he actually shown that how you can beat technology, right? So we cannot see technology as an enabler, not as a doer. Second example is one very great developer has been asked to build a e-form and for a death certificate. And he has given an option for myself or someone else. How can you can apply for a death certificate for yourself? Okay, great coder, but no contextual knowledge. So he said, technology will do my job. Technology is an enabler, right? So we have to keep these things in our mind, and then we have to work. So technology always follows GTM clarity. The clarity, we as a human, we have to give technology what clarity, and then it will follow, yeah? So these are the policy. I thought I'll keep a lot of people from Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh. You see a lot of government policies, a lot of enablers, a lot of fundings and all are happening. I'm running fast because my time is getting over. So now international expansion we are talking about, right? Customer insights determines market. We don't have to go outside to determine customer insights. You see left side and right side, India, both the sides India is there. Each state of ours, if you see, equal to one country in terms of population. Right side, you see, I mapped each state with one country, okay? Left side, during COVID, if you see, all the states has much, much lower COVID cases, positive cases, than those corresponding countries used to have, right? So this is what is, we know how to work on scale and make things easy. All we know that digital payment, digital transaction, and all those things we know how seamlessly over the entire world we have done. You see, 2030, we are currently also our median age is 29 years, 37% of people of ours are middle age. This is the largest consumption market in the world. Entire world is eyeing our market. We have to test, we have to develop, and we have to sell here. The rest of the world will follow us. They will come to us to buy our products, right? India is a very price-sensitive market. Left side you see, whether coffee, whether mobile, whether movie, whether TV, anything you see, you know, the pricing you see. But the right side you see, all the companies, Indian counterparts, their global companies' valuation is less, but Indian companies are valuing much more, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, any company you see. Whether Hindustan Lever, you see Siemens, you will see Nestle India, you see anything you see, right? So we are very well. So I just wanted to show this beauty market is everyone wants to look fit, everyone wants to look beautiful. You see nail spa, hair spa, body spa, every spa is there. But all MSMEs can sell there what they are producing. So this is the biggest market. And online B2B marketplace in India is booming. So because of rising internet reach, right? 130 crores people have a smartphone, 100 crore people are using internet, so that you can see that everything we can do on internet, and you can do your product and services you can sell through B2B online markets. So 10x growth does not come from the great products alone. You have to keep customer in center, and you should have insights, and you have to work as a one. So thank you very much. Hope I am on time.
So, sir, you can have a seat here. In the interest of time and to respect everybody, we will take quick 5 questions. Please keep your questions very crisp. Please don't ask any follow-up questions. I request the mic handlers to be present with the mics. Anybody having any question, please raise your hands. Being moderator, it is my privilege to ask the first question. I'll pass on to the rest. So, sir, when you gave us all the data related to the alignment of all the people and not working in silos, can you guide us in the era of uncertainty and non-systematic growth? How can we align people who are actually um, uh, culturally very different?
So, see, current, this word we learned, uncertainty, uh, you know, volatility, uh, after COVID. Before COVID, we never used to call uncertainty at all, but always the business is uncertain. There is no business which is a certain. Nobody can say that I'm doing this and I will grow, right? You have to create, that is what is when I talked about the first lever is a leadership. You have to create a trust, whether with your own people. Your people actually makes and breaks business. We have to create a trust. Always I give example of the group which I'm working for, that is the Tata Group. I'm a second generation Tata employee. You find a lot of people, fourth generation people are working. This group is standing tall last 157, 58 years, right? Seen two world wars, two pandemics, and multiple calamities it has seen. Why people, they want to work for that group, right? That group also, some point of time has started as a startup. Some point of time, they also, but they created a system where people has believed. So leaders' work is to keep a belief that that people should believe on them, and the customer also should believe. A lot of times we forget in a growth, keeping growth in mind. We a lot of times unintentionally, I'll not say intentionally, unintentionally we do a wrong sale. Then slowly, 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 that trust erodes. That is what happens. We have to do these two things. The trust is definitely important for us.
That's a good takeaway. Um, I believe we are already on the very long day end. So, with a few announcements, I should be closing the day. Tomorrow, 8:30 a.m., we will start with the breakfast. 9:30 a.m. sharp, we will begin with the sessions. Please be on time. And with that, I would thank Gopal Krishna sir. Yeah. Okay, yeah, please.
Lot of disruption happening around us. Okay, so how MSMEs can adopt their strategies while going to market, keeping this disruption in mind?
So Generic questions, so I'll try to give generic, because it depends on the market, which market you are catering, what product lines you are doing, what service lines you are doing. But we have to continuously, we have to innovate. See, when we use a word innovation, so innovation always we think it depends on, it revolves around the product. But I say innovation comes in every area. You see, a finance faculty is there, Dr. Prashant Gupta will agree with me. We used to have a double accounting system, right? Manufacturing era when was there. So when India only was in the core areas, iron, steel, cement, power, and all. So we used to have a double accounting system, credit and debits we used to do. And then when we were moving to a trading business from a production manufacturing to a trading core area, then what we did is we have adopted a single accounting system, right? So the transition we have done that, right? So this is what we have to do. We have to continuously innovate our entire ecosystem. Whether when we say innovation, it is not necessary product. I gave example of airport. Service innovation you have to do, right? A lot of times, see, anything when we talk in our business language, we say reduction of cost. Everything doesn't happen. Reduction of cost has a certain limit. Beyond a point, you cannot do. It will break. So we have to continuously innovate, keep on thinking, learning, and observing what is happening in the market, and keeping market and customer in front. And then we have to work on that. So time to time, we can keep on changing that.
Please, if it is short, please do.
We have our own established practices of doing our business. So, should we disrupt it to adapt to the new changing times? The way you mentioned that a FOMO factor comes in. So, how to balance that? Because you are having one set of strategy which is already there. Now, you also want to adopt AI into your system. So, how that balancing act can be done, whether it has been done by TCS in its own business model and everything.
So you have to definitely go with the flow. You cannot swim anti-current. Can you swim anti-current? You cannot swim anti-current. You have to go with the flow. You have to decide when I have to sit in the corner, when the wave is slow, and then I go, or when wave is fast, then only I go with the tide. Choice is yours, decision is yours, life is yours, right? So that informed call you have to take, but definitely you cannot swim anti-current. If AI is the future, without AI we cannot do. You have to adopt, but you have to take an informed call. Now, after 1 year, after 5 years, whether current investment will, give me a required result, or after 5 years if I'll do, then I'll have more clarity. Let people who have more money, disposable money, they will do, and then after that I will do. So then you have to wait and watch, and then you can do that. Thank you.
So, sir, last question, but please keep it very crisp.
You have discussed about the biggest EPM on stage is leadership, work with customers, market, and pricing, but not the operations. So why not the operations?
I actually mentioned my every slide I had a operation. Operation is a very critical path. If you would have seen my slides, operations definitely is a critical path. But why always I mentioned cost and price? That is what is the first thing as a business leaders we do. We focus less on other aspects. कुछ भी हो, सबसे पहले price कम करना है, price ज़्यादा करना है, cost कम करना है, cost ज़्यादा करना है. Right? That is what we do. Always, we take our decision based on our balance sheets, not based on the market, not based on the customer, not based on the sentiment what is happening in the market, right? So if we change our thinking process right from a balance sheet, go to the market and customer keeping in center, and then we'll do a backward integration, you see a different results. Thank you.
So, with this, there may be few other questions also, but in the interest of time, I would request the team, uh, we should, as a token of our memory, we'll felicitate Gopal sir with a memento. That's a good evening from my side, from SIMCON, and let us meet tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. sharp.